Hi, it's Ashleigh from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials, as well as give a lot of baking business tips. And we are continuing on with Vlogmas. I know I've fallen a little bit behind because there is just so much that I'm doing right now that it's been difficult for me to upload all of the footage, but I have a lot saved up for you guys. I'm just going to show you a little bit for today though. So as you can see, it has turned into an all hands on deck situation. You know, when you have about 400 cake pops and 340 sugar cookies to bake, you have to call in reinforcements. I have to say that the most labor-intensive task this time around has definitely been the cake pop rolling. I felt like I was rolling cake pops for days, and this was finally the last of the ganache that I had to make for the cake pops. I ended up only having to do about, I think, 10 trays of cake in total, and then I was able to get the number of cake pops that I needed. But on this particular day, I didn't even have the energy to film me actually rolling all of the cake pops, so that's why you're just seeing the cake pops show up on screen. When it comes to delegating for something like this, it really is up to me to actually roll the cake pops themselves. It is a little bit tricky to get a perfectly round ball, and even then when I do it, it's not perfectly round, but it's fairly spherical. So in doing that, I have to make sure that I'm giving other tasks to other people that they can do. And this usually includes them scooping out the cake pop batter for me and really compacting it, and then just taking it out of the scoop so that I can roll it. I also made the first few batches of the sugar cookie dough, and then I had somebody make the rest of the dough for me while I finished rolling the cake pops. And in the end, we made about 9 batches of that dough. I'm still crossing my fingers right now in hopes that it is enough for 340 cookies. I spent a couple hours really planning out exactly what my designs were going to be for the sugar cookie boxes, and these are just going to be a DIY sugar cookie kit, but I really needed to choose things that could have white, green, and red icing because that's what I'm going to be including in the kit. So those first few shapes, those first 4 shapes I should say, were for the cookie kit, and then the large gingerbread men are for the cookies that I'm going to be making as treats, which are going to be iced by me, and there are 60 of those. Technically, all of these sugar cookies definitely need to get baked before the end of the weekend, but I decided to do the gingerbread men first because I do actually have to decorate those. So just in case I fall behind, at least those are going to be ready so I can start to decorate. And I've talked about this before, how getting big tasks like this done is a little bit of a mind game, and because these were such big cookies, I was getting less done in a small amount of time. Whereas if I went for the smaller cookies first, like the trees or the snowmen, then I probably would have gotten a big chunk of those done faster. So it was hard for me to see that even after hours and hours of baking, I had only done 60 gingerbread men. I wasn't actually given parameters on how large these gingerbread men had to be, but I am going to be putting on an edible image after everything is iced, and there's small details on there, so I wanted to make sure that the cookie was large enough to catch all of those details. This task was actually fairly relaxing for me. I haven't made sugar cookies in a really long time like this, but because I'm only going off of 1 oven now instead of 2 like I used to have, it is taking an exceptionally long time to get this done. In fact, as I am filming these voiceovers, I am still baking cookies right now. One thing that I do find tricky when working with sugar cookie dough is it is a balance between making sure that dough is nice and chill so that things don't spread out, but I find when it is more solidified, it's a lot more difficult to roll out. So I do like to go a little bit warmer with my sugar cookie dough, but then that means that I'm going to have to place that dough back into the fridge once it is cut out to make sure that there's not a lot of spread. In general, I like to finish one shape of a cookie before moving on to the next one, but I also don't want to re-roll too many times because then that makes the dough really tough, and it can sometimes make it flaky, which causes air bubbles in your sugar cookies. In between baking all of those sugar cookies, I also needed to measure out the sprinkles, and I was doing about 20 grams per container. And those are for the sugar cookie kits. By the end of the night, I was super tired. I could not roll anymore. There's still plenty more cookies to bake, so I'm gonna go do that right now. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie Fam. Right now, I'm uploading every single day for Vlogmas, so be sure to check back to see what I am doing for this fundraiser. Don't forget to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!